Hi, this is Jill Varvel with Dixiecast podcast. Today I'm heading over to Bedford Camera and Audio to purchase a tripod. A lot of my friends and people have asked me, how did I get started in podcasting? And the simple answer to that was with what I had, which for the most part was this iPhone right here. Later on, I acquired this Rode H1N microphone as well as a tripod, and then subsequently a gimbal. Now, a gimbal is a piece of apparatus that ensures that your video is steady and doesn't shake. It really gives you some really quality video for a relatively, I don't know, I think I want to say about a couple $100. So with those pieces of equipment, that was basically what I used to get started. And today, because I bought for myself a very cheap tripod right here, I managed to destroy it after about 5 months now. And so I'm going to go get myself a new tripod. But one of the things I like to recommend to people is, don't go out and get yourself a bunch of expensive equipment. Go ahead and start out with something relatively inexpensive because you want to ensure that this is something that you enjoy and that you'll keep doing. Otherwise, you're just going to waste a lot of money. So I'm going to head over to Bedford and pick up a tripod, and then I'm going to show you what I've purchased. So I just got back from Bedford Camera and Video and was absolutely delighted by the service that I received from the store manager, Bruce Lewis. I learned that this store is family owned and operated. They have 6 locations in Arkansas as well as in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, there's a whole variety of places that I could have gone to and quite likely paid a little bit less, but Bruce literally asked me what I was looking for, showed me all the tripods, and I was able to maneuver them and hold them and determine, what is going to suit my needs and uses. So what I purchased today is called this Benro tripod, and I'll have all the information linked in my podcast video. But what I liked about this, it only weighs like 2.5 pounds, so it's relatively easy for me to go about and carry with me with little incident. So I'm going to show you how it works and how it operates. So you can see this is relatively light and it is so easy. There's these little adjustments here for me to open this. Very simple, easy, easy, easy. So these just come apart and see, this comes apart, opens up. And what I like about this is this right here will come apart and it allows you to just like pan in every direction that you should want. And then there's also this mechanism here which allows you to just lift this right on up so you can get a lot of height on it. So just marvelous. This cost me, this was a total of $120, and like I said, I know that I could have probably paid a little bit less for this someplace else. Maybe not, but the service that I received was just beyond my expectations. And I was just really happy to be able to work with somebody local. Another thing about starting a podcast that is very useful is, in addition to this tripod that I purchased, is a gimbal. I'm not able to show you my gimbal because I'm using it right now, but gimbal is absolutely important to have for podcasting. You also want to create a brand for yourself. I came up with Dixiecast. I had this background made, and then of course I had t-shirts made, and I also have a little business card that I can give people. For example, when I want to record a video and I tell them I have a podcast, it just helps to have a little extra legitimacy by having a business card. But and then to sort of syndicate on all of the varying platforms, for example, YouTube. I'm also on SoundCloud, Instagram. I have a BitChute, and I'm also working on a Twitter account. So the more syndication, the greater exposure that you have, the greater eyes and followers you can accumulate. But yeah, just seriously, there are just a few things to start off with that that are helpful. And as mentioned, don't spend a lot of money. Start off, and you can just basically use your iPhone, a cheap tripod. But what is very important is audio. The thing that I discovered in my sort of efforts at getting started here was that if people can't hear you, they're not going to watch you. So in my opinion, audio is more important than video. So really work on ensuring that you have quality audio. And sometimes that simply means going into your car or a closet where the acoustics have little to no background noise so that, again, people can hear you. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's just a little background on some of the things that I use to get started with my humble podcast. This is Jill Varvel with Dixiecast, The Sound of the South. We'll see you next time for another heaping helping of Southern comfort for your ears.